Hello, my beautiful people. It is I, it is her, it is she, it is Coach. And thank you so much for tuning into the YouTube channel. Here with Coach Yolanda, I talk all things healthy, which is mentally, physically, emotionally. It's all connected. And if that's your vibe, definitely subscribe. Hey. All right, so let's get into it. Today's video, I want to talk to you about the lies we tell ourselves. Sometimes we put up this wall of a lie. And in that wall of a lie, we can actually stay behind it and let it just do all the work for us, which means we don't have to face reality. We don't have to deal with people that we don't want to. And we can stay right here in our comfortable little circle, in our comfortable little bubble as we choose. But I don't think that that's the way that we should live as just being humans. You know, as being humans, the goal is to always just to be alive and to always be congruent to who you are. Be true to self. So the lies we tell ourselves, sometimes we just keep ourselves down in the dumps, and sometimes we don't even want to encourage ourselves because that's just not how we were raised, or better yet, that's just not some of the things that we know. So today here, and when we talk about lies that you tell yourself, just a few things that I just want to touch on. So as a health coach, I do hear a lot sometimes where we don't believe that we are worthy, or it's not going to happen for me because it's just not something I was taught, or it's just not something that I know how to do because no one around me is doing this. So here's the thing. Those are lies that we tell ourselves that keep us stuck in the bubble of conforming to that way of thinking. In order for you to see yourself more than where you are today, you have to believe that you are worthy of more than what you give yourself credit for. Like, for instance, just because you don't see people around you doing the things that you want to do or doing the things that you know that you're capable of doesn't mean that you can't do that. It just means that you're a little scared, or fear is basically stopping you from taking the next step. And this is how you're going to have to start to show up for yourself. Now, I know it's easier said than done, and I know sometimes we get a little sidetracked or how we're supposed to do it. But if there is no one just pouring into all this greatness into you, how can you possibly figure out what to do? So that is why I'm here. And I'm here to give you a couple of key points on how to do this. Number one is you want to start believing that you can. And how do you start believing that you can? Is that you have to find people like myself who will encourage you to be better and be greater than what you are right now, which means you're just fearful of what the unknown looks like. And it's okay to be fearful sometimes of what the unknown looks like because we don't even know what the unknown look like. And that's why we're fearful. But stepping into that realm, into that barrier, or into that pot of what the unknown looks like helps you to become better. It actually gives you tougher skin. It actually pushes you to be better than what you were yesterday. And it actually helps you to show up for yourself even when you don't have a clue on how you're going to show up. So I would definitely suggest that you start to surround yourself with people who are going to encourage you to see your potential at where you want to be. Not only will that help you, it'll also start to give you that good old meshing of I can do this, and I know people who are already doing this, right? So sometimes when we want to get healthy, we want to just do things that are more prone to how we want to eat. We want to do things that are more prone to what we want our bodies to look like, or we want to do things that are more prone to just being better than what we were taught or how we were raised. You have to actually start being surrounded by those people. And here on YouTube, there's a plethora of people that you can actually go and look at and see that they're doing some amazing things. But also, don't compare yourself. That's another thing that'll get you stuck. Stop comparing yourself, okay? So when it comes to advancing or enhancing your health, or when it comes to you coming out of that box and stop telling the lies to yourself, don't compare yourself. Because when you compare yourself, you're just pushing yourself back into a bubble, because then you're saying to yourself, why can't I? Why don't I? She has, I don't have. And then it just becomes this back and forth event in your mind that you're having with yourself. That's not a healthy way of living. So yes, it's okay to look at people, and yes, it's okay to see that they're doing things that you're trying to accomplish, but also it's okay to take little pointers from them and start to incorporate those little pointers into your life, but not compare yourself to those people, okay? And then the last and but not least, start to pour into yourself, which really should have been the first thing, which is to pour into yourself, which means start to do things that are going to help you be a better individual. Start to read books. If you don't know what books to read, think about what it is that you're trying to learn, and then go into that direction of reading books in that realm. Start to listen to podcasts or audios that are teaching you how to be better. If you have self-confidence issues, think about ways that you can be more confident. Think about maybe how you wear your hair, or maybe you've never worn makeup, or you maybe want to wear makeup, or maybe you want to wear less makeup. Whatever that thing is that it looks like to you, start to do more of what that is that's congruent to who you're trying to be, which is a better version of yourself. You're not trying to be anyone else, but a better version of you. So the lies that you tell yourself are just things that you're just trying to keep yourself stuck. You're trying to keep yourself in a bubble, and you're trying to understand, why can't I come out of the bubble, or why can't I be better than what I am? And in order to do that, you have to start believing that you're worthy. You have to start inputting more information into your mind that's going to help you. And you have to start surrounding yourself with people that are like-minded like you. So this is Coach. I hope you have some great tips that I've provided to you today. If you like this content, definitely do leave me a like below, share and comment, and give it to everybody in your circle so that they can get some information from it too. And also, if you have a little bit of tips that you want to leave me, definitely leave those below. I will be talking to you on the next video. Peace.